जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी लाउडली बड़ी can speak यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram बोलो श्री कृष्ण बलदेव की गंधर्व का गिरिवारी गंधर्व गिरधर श्रीमन महाप्रभु की चैतन्य महाप्रभु की पंच तत्वा की बोलो श्री भगवद गीता की जय। So today we are going to study Bhagavad Gita 3.17. We have already seen chapter 3, where in 3.13 we have seen where Prabhupada says, or Krishna says, everybody has to offer the food to Krishna. Anything what we eat, after offering to Krishna, it becomes prasada. But people who doesn't offer to Krishna or the semi-gods, they are called thieves. Because everything what we get here is only by the mercy of Lord. Everything belongs to Him. Whether it is sunlight, whether it is water, everything. See, in the case of COVID, when there was oxygen, which is free supplied by Krishna, was being charged at a very high absolute rate. Anybody who has to survive was buying oxygen also. So we have to be very merciful to the Lord, where they have given us, where Krishna is giving everything free to us. So we should be thankful to Him, and by praying to Him, revert back to Him all the thanks that He is keeping us alive and giving us all this necessity of our life. So we'll read this beat 3.17. You all can repeat after me. Just read from the book. It says, Yas Atma Ratir Ivasayat. Atma Tripasa Manavaha. Atma Riva Sa Atma Iva Sa Santostaha. Tasya Karmajan Na Vidyate. We'll read word by word meaning. It says, 1 second, why it is not here. Yeh, one who, two but, Atma Ratiha, taking pleasure in the self, Iva certainly, Satyat remains, Atma Triptaha, self-illuminated, Chaha and Manava, a man, Atmani, in himself, Iva only, Cha and Santushtaha, perfectly satiated. That means completely satisfied. Tasya, his, Karmyam, duty, Na, does not, Vidyate, exist. Meaning, Prabhu by His grace, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Prabhupada say, but for one who takes pleasure in the self, whose human life is one of self-realization, and who is satisfied in the self only, fully satiated, for him there is no duty. So what does he say? He says a person who is full in Krishna consciousness, he doesn't have to do all this material duty. He is always in Krishna consciousness, so he doesn't have to perform this material duty. That is the meaning of this shloka. So we'll read purport. A person who is you are not able to see. Yeah, you can see what I am reading. A person who is fully Krishna consciousness and is fully satisfied by his acts in Krishna consciousness no longer has any duty to perform. So what the Srila Prabhupada says same thing. That person who is totally in Krishna consciousness, he has no longer any duty to perform. Due to his being Krishna consciousness, all impiety within is instantly cleansed. An effect of many thousands of yajna performances. So when he does a Krishna consciousness from his heart, all his many thousands of yajna performance, he gets the benefit of that. By such clearing of consciousness, one becomes fully confident of his eternal position in relationship to the Supreme. So what happens? By such clearing of the consciousness, he becomes fully confident of his eternal position in relationship with the Supreme. His duty thus becomes self-illuminated by the grace of the Lord, and therefore he is no longer has any obligation to the Vedic injunctions. Such a Krishna consciousness person is no longer interested in material activities and no longer takes pleasure in material arrangements like wine, women, and similar infatuations. So I'll just read Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimdasya Jnananjanashalakya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Saptitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayyam Dadati Vandeham Shri Gurata Padakam Shri Gurum Vaishnavya Shri Rupam Saganatam Sagana Tam Sadhutam Parijana Sahitya Krishna Chaitanya Divan Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Sakamcha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपीशे गोपीकांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्राण्यामी हरिप्रिये वांचा कल्पशुचा कृपा सिंधु व्यचा पतितनाम पावनेभो वैष्णवो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे हरे. Thank you. So now we'll see this verse meaning in detail. So it says Yasva Tamir Vasyadaha. So and Atma Triptaha Sa Manava. So it says Atma Tripta. Atma Tripta means the one who takes pleasure in the self. So he is Atma Tripta. Whatever his Atma is there, whatever he wanted to do, he has done that, and now he is in fully Krishna conscious. That's why his Atma is Tript. Then it says Atmane Iva Santustaha. So he's totally satisfied. He is self-illuminated and he is completely satisfied. It says perfectly satiated. So totally satisfied. And Tasya Karnaha Na Vidyeta. So that person doesn't have to do any duty. So it says, and who is satisfied in self only, fully satiated, for him there is no duty. The person who is fully in Krishna consciousness, who is always in chanting the name of Krishna, he doesn't have to do his material duties. But the Krishna says, or the Krishna says that ordinary people, we all have to perform our duties. It's not that we, because we are not to that level that we are fully Krishna conscious, we have to perform our duty. And from the duty, whatever the benefit we get, we should offer to Krishna as a thankful that yes, you are serving us and you are taking care of us. That is the meaning of this. So in this section, the Krishna is speaking about the cycle of sacrifice. Who spoke? Can you see? Who is this? So Krishna spoke about the cycle of sacrifice. He says how it benefits everybody. So one who sacrifices, he gets all the benefit, and one who does not sacrifice, he doesn't get any benefit. And what is called? I think last time we discussed what is he called? He is called a thief. So person who does not sacrifice anything or who doesn't offer anything to the Krishna or offer to the demigod, he is called a thief. So in this section, Krishna is going to decide something which Arjuna needs to understand. So Arjuna has a question that I am totally Niskam Karma Yoga. So I am totally Niskam. So why should I perform these activities? That is what is mentioned here. So why should I perform the activities? So Krishna is going to teach him and say that it's not you because you have reached the self to the highest level, but other people who are there in this world, they have to do the karma. So that is what he is saying. Krishna is going to answer that we have to work first to set an example to others. So what is special about a person who is self-realized? What is so special about him? Who is always satisfied within, and what is speciality? But he is free from all the duties we can discuss in this sloka now. So first of all, it says, due to his being Krishna consciousness, all impurity within is instantly cleansed, an effect of many thousands of yajna performed. So this was there in the purport what we read. So what happens when a person starts practicing Krishna consciousness? Can you tell me what happens when he starts Krishna consciousness?
Self-realization happens, and we will realize what and what not to do, and we will follow our life according to scripture. Otherwise, we will do some interesting things.
Correct. So it says what happens, his heart gets cleaned, and it slowly gets, the heart gets cleaned, and uninterrupted Krishna consciousness comes in his heart. So that is the thing which happens. And when the heart gets completely cleaned, he keeps on remembering the God. Even the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, right, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, where he says Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Cheto Darpana Marjanam is his hearts get cleaned slowly when he chants the name of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And what does he get? He gets benefit which is equivalent to performing yajnas for many years. So when a person who does chanting of Hare Krishna with full concentration, he gets a benefit which is achieved by yogis by performing yajnas for many years. So when the heart is clean, the conscience is clean, and what happens by that? The second point he says, by such clearing of consciousness, the one becomes fully confident of his eternal position in relation with the Supreme. So he understands what is my position, what is Krishna's position, right? So I am a servant and Krishna is a master. So that is what he understands. When our heart is contaminated, we don't know what is our relationship. But when our heart is clear, we know, yes, we are servant of Krishna. So, and we stop doing all these self-desired activities, like it is for me, for my happiness, for my consciousness. No, we start doing the activities which is liked by Krishna, which is making Krishna happy. So all the times our endeavor will be how we can make Krishna happy. So by making his happy, we get happiness. That is what is mentioned here. And because people are so fallen that we have forgotten what is our relationship. Our real relationship is we are the servant and Krishna is the master. He is the boss and we are the disciples. So that is the relationship between us and Krishna. But because people, they are not able to understand this, they have forgotten everything. Even sometimes there are so many people who have even forgotten the God itself. They don't know what is God. They are always busy in doing this karma kanda and even the so bad activities that they have forgotten God. They want to just keep on earning money and then sense gratification, everything they want to do. But when we do the Krishna consciousness, our heart gets cleaned and we know that we are part and parcel of the God, Lord Krishna, and that is our real position. That we are servant of Krishna, but this fact has been covered by lusty desire. But so, which I mentioned just now, there are many people for this. They are covered by lusty desires, the desire for sense gratification, which has to be cleansed, their heart has to cleanse it. When their heart gets cleansed, then only they will understand where are we, what are we, and what is our relationship with the Krishna. So as of now, when we start coming to temple, we start thinking, because you get in relationship with the all the disciples here, you think, okay, I'm a servant, and Krishna is God, I'm a servant. The moment you go out from here, you go to your home, again you start bossing. You start thinking, oh, I'm the boss, and you start dominating in the house. So that has to be totally avoided. So we have to be at one level. Yes, always understand that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and we are the servant. That is the fact which we have to understand. So we saw the two things where Krishna. Where the first one was due to his being Krishna conscious, all the impurity within is instantly cleansed, an effect of many thousands of yajnas performed. That is first thing we saw. By what happens? By chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Secondly, we saw by such clearing of consciousness, one becomes fully confident of his eternal position in relationship with the Supreme. So you understand what is position of the Krishna and what is my position. He is the God and I am the servant. And what happens? The third thing, and then what happens? His duty thus becomes self-eliminated, and by the grace of the Lord, and therefore he is no longer has any obligation to the Vedic injunctions. That is what he is saying, right? When a person becomes totally Krishna conscious, he doesn't have to do any material work. He is part and parcel of the Lord, and he doesn't have to do any material work. So even if you see, the God comes and gives knowledge by himself. He makes when you are in Krishna, he makes understand what we should do, what next we should do. Even in the chapter 10.10, the 10.10 he says, Tesham sata yuttanam vajata priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yen mamupatyanti ye. So what he says very clearly, to those who are constantly devoted in serving to me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. So it is Krishna who gives the remembrance and knowledge. He gives the knowledge that we have to go to him. Anyone who is constantly engaged in devotional service to Sri Lord Krishna, what happens? Lord Krishna gives him the right intelligence, what you have to do, what is the right for you, what is the right thing for you, and understanding about what to do next, and this is called illumination. Yeah? Self-illumination. And there is one more next sloka, 10.10, then 10.11. Yeah, 10.11 also says, to show them special mercy. So what does he? Krishna shows a special mercy. I dwelling in their hearts. So Krishna dwells in their hearts. Destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So whatever is the darkness born of ignorance, Krishna, by illuminating the lamp, he takes it away. So the shlokas goes like this. Tesham evanutam kambaram aham agyanam jaham taha nashyami atma bhavasto jnana dipan bhavata. Jnana dipan means he gives the lights the lamp. So 10.11 says, for a devotee who is completely engaged in my service, my special grace, my special mercy flows upon him, and I will lit the lamp of knowledge in his heart and remove all the darkness whatever is there. So cheto darpana marjanam. So the dust which is accumulated for years together, that is cleaned by Krishna by lighting the lamp. So the Krishna gives the direction what to do, what not to do. And when the Lord Krishna is giving the direction, then what else we require, right? It's not a human being, a fallen human being who is giving direction, you go this way, you do this, you do that. But when the Krishna Supreme Personality God is, he is giving the direction. So what is the need of us to do the obligatory duties? The greatest obligation is that we are part and parcel of Krishna. That we have to understand. That Krishna is the Supreme and we are the servants. And we have to serve Krishna, and everything will be taken care by Krishna itself. So there is no need to worry, just we have to pray to him, remember Krishna all the time, serve him, and anything whatever required will be taken care by him. So in the last line, again in the last para it says, in the same verse 3.17, he says, such a Krishna conscious person is no longer interested in material activities. He is no longer interested now in material activities, and no longer takes pleasure in material arrangements like wine, woman, and similar infatuations. When he is above the level of, he comes to the level of understanding at who I am, what is my duties, what should I do, and how to increase my Krishna consciousness. So he is never bothered about this wine, woman, and similar infection which are going to destroy him. So when someone attains Krishna, so when Krishna is attained, then there is no taste in all these things. You don't like all these things. Krishna is the most beautiful in the world. So when you are with the Krishna, a person will have taste of, he will not have any taste of these dirty things. And so this obligatory duties, taste for Krishna consciousness, they are inversely proportional to each other. So when you are in Krishna consciousness, your love goes up and all these material desires come down. So when you come to temple, so instead of coming to temple, you stop going to Krishna, may say evening any cinema or maybe any bar. So even the people who how do they spend their time? Morning to evening they work in the offices, slog like dog and cats, and evening they want some enjoyment. Chalo yaar, pura din kaam kiya. Now we should go and enjoy. So what they do? Morning they'll work, slog together, and then evening they'll go to bar, they'll enjoy there, they'll go to pub, or they'll go to movie, they'll go to park, everything. So, but when you're Krishna conscious, like you people who are coming here, like, so you have a desire to attain Krishna. So when you're Krishna, all these desires will come down. So love for Krishna will go up, and the material desire, wine, woman, and all this similar infection, everything will come down. So same thing Prabhupada says, when the taste for Krishna consciousness, the attachment to all the material things decreases, and similarly the need to do the material duties also decreases. So one who is in Krishna consciousness, he need not do anything else. He has to just be in the service of Krishna. The extent we have attachment to Krishna, the extent we need not, to that extent we need not do this obligatory duties. That is very, very clearly mentioned. So the more we attach to Krishna, the less material duties we have to do. Like you people, you both of you are sitting here, right? Otherwise, even you can go and enjoy the life. You can also be on the outside, maybe for some movie, or maybe roaming with friends, or going to relatives' house, going to friends' house, and chit-chatting, playing, all those things can be done. But since we don't have attachment to Krishna, because the people who are just maybe left who don't have attachment to Krishna, they think it is all obligatory to do. All the items, all these activities become obligatory to them, and that is just a waste of time. And it will not take us anywhere. It will not take us to Krishna consciousness. It will not promote us, and we'll be keep on going, degrading. We'll not understand what is the mission of our life, what is our goal. So we'll be always engaged in these bad activities, and Maya is such a strong that it will pull you. The more so Maya is so strong that it doesn't come in front of Krishna. So if you are in front of Krishna, Maya will not attack you. But once you are in back of Krishna, you show back to Krishna, then Maya will immediately come and catch you. You'll say, "Come here, let's go." You will get many friends who will say, "Chalo, chale jayenge, we'll go and enjoy. Chalo jayenge sham ko. I will pay. You come, I will take you. I will take you to dinner. So bahar jayenge, aur ye karenge, wo karenge." So Maya is very strong. So to get out of it, we have to come to Krishna consciousness. So what we understand? We understand that when we become Krishna consciousness, Krishna takes charge of such a person. And when Krishna takes charge of a person, the person need not do anything else, right? Because he is serving the master directly. So when you serve the master, you will get everything. So if you are good to your boss, even if you see in the material world, if you are doing good to your boss, you are just working for him, he will give you good promotion. But what will happen with that promotion? He will load you with more work, correct? So next time, if he gives you promotion from a associate to a senior associate, he will give you double work. So earlier you were working for 8 hours, you will start working for 12 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. So material desire will increase, and the work, you will keep on going away from Krishna. But Krishna doesn't want that. So he says, you come to my abode and start enjoying the life. So that is what is happening. So this is what was mentioned in this 3.17. So we can just maybe, if we can revise what was there in earlier 3.11 and 3.22, which is very important, that we have to offer everything, whatever is given to us, as a gift back to demigods. And when they are pleased, they will keep showering their mercy upon us and give us all the things we desire in the life. And what is 3.212, what was there? It is said that suppose you don't give back, then you will be called as a thief. So whatever you got is only because of the mercy of the God and demigods, and that is the yajna we have performed. In 3.13, which we saw I think last time, 2 days back, that when a devotee is offering and accepting the remnants of prasadam which is offered to them, he is performing a yajna. So that is the most beneficial to all the human beings. So which yajna which is performed by seniors devotees many number of years we can attain just by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And we can become sin free not only for this birth, but all our birth which is coming through. So that is the thing. So there was when I went to this temple, there was very good slogan written there. Prasadam karma free and sin free. So if you take prasadam, it's not only karma free but it's also sin free. So when we hear all these things, we think that why Krishna is so eager to accept prasadam from us. Does he not get that? Srimati Radharani or Yashoda Maya, she doesn't prepare. They can prepare prasadam which is much better than what we can prepare. We cannot think of preparing what prasadam they can prepare. But it is only out of love that we offer and he accepts us. He honors us because he also loves us. So there is one more sloka which is there, Patram Pushpam Poyam, that is there. So where he says that even if you offer a leaf or a fruit or even not even that possible, only glass of water with love to me, I'll accept that and I'll make you all sin free. So that is what is mentioned in the previous shlokas what we saw. So we can also understand that when we offer food to Krishna, it's not who is getting benefit. It's not Krishna, but it's we are getting benefit. Yeah. So what we can learn from this sloka that we should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra daily, and secondly we should offer food to Krishna. Right? That is what is going to make us sin free in this world. So with that I close this. Any questions or answer you have, you can ask me. Yeah.
Thank you for the transport.
Yeah.
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 You told God comes and gives knowledge himself.
Right.
It's applicable for only devotees and non-devotees. Why? Because if devotees it will apply. God gives us realization to package content Hare Krishna. But in my roommates, if I share that there is Krishna consciousness, Bhagavad Gita, they will look down upon me. So then, why doesn't God gives his knowledge to non-devotees also so we can benefit?
See, God gives knowledge to everybody. One has to realize that. So it's not that He gives to only His devotees. He gives to others also, but they are not able to realize that. They are not able to take advantage of that. So Krishna gives you full liberty, right? He says either you come to my temple and be my devotee, or you go to pub and bar. So its choice is up to you. So when he is not that, he is not non-devotee, he is not giving the knowledge or he is not giving the way. Krishna resides in heart of everybody. So every jiva has a heart, soul where Krishna resides. That's why what I told in the beginning of the lecture, when Narad Muni asked Krishna, where do you stay? He says, I stay in the heart of my devotees. And where are you present? I am present wherever my devotees are in the association. So where they are chanting, they are doing japa, and where they are singing my glories, I am always present there. So that is what he says. So he doesn't differentiate. See, we are all sons of Krishna. So he is the seed giving father for everybody. Not only you, not only him, not only me, but entire world, even the animals. So he is a seed giving father for each and every living organism in this world. So he doesn't discriminate between the thing. It's we who discriminate, who doesn't understand what we have to do, what is our duty. Once we fall down, then we may understand, okay, we should have, like your roommates are asking you this question, right? Why Krishna is not giving his knowledge or this to us? So once they fall, they understand, they will come to you only. Or you were telling me all the time, but I didn't realize that time. Now I understand that if I have to grow in my life or I have to be good in my life, I have to come to Krishna consciousness. So I hope this answered your question, Prabhu. Yeah, please.
You told boss assign work from senior associate level to senior associate level.
Yes.
8 hours working 12 hours, it will after going 14, 16 hours, it will work.
Correct.
But if a mature Krishna conscious person must showcase his less capability, medium capability or high capability, because we both want to grow spiritual and material also. Material only because we have to take a sister, parents, mother, and all the debits and all. So that we know our potential.
Right.
The full-fledged showcase to the manager, or we must cut it off to 60%, because remaining 40% we have to manage Krishna conscious work activities, coming to temple and doing work and all.
Correct.
How we must showcase our talent to our manager?
So Again, I'll tell you that it was there in Shloka 11. So that for the devotee who is completely engaged in my service, my special grace, my special mercy unto them, right? And it will lit the lamp of knowledge in his heart and remove all the darkness. So Krishna will give you the direction. So once you are in Krishna consciousness, even when you go into office, you will be able to perform the work so in a better way that you will be able to perform it. Suppose instead of 10 hours, you will be able to perform in 6 hours, right? So when you are able to, when Krishna gives you knowledge, he gives you knowledge, remembrance, you will be able to finish the work in instead of 10 hours in 6 hours. You will get empty time to go and come here, do your, perform your duties and come to temple, take care of your family, all this. You will have mental peace. Otherwise, even after struggling for 10 hours, you will not be able to get satisfied and go home. You will think, "Arey, still my work is pending, I have to complete it." You will not even think of getting up from seat and going to home, right? You will be stuck there all the time. But when you come to Krishna consciousness, Krishna himself takes care of his devotees and give you knowledge and remembrance and power to do the work, that you will be able to complete the same work in a better way, in a less time, so that you get the time for Krishna consciousness. That you have to understand.
I understood, but my capabilities now, I have to showcase 100% or 70%. So if I show 70%, I will be in safe zone. If I in a 100%, if nobody is working up to my capability, my manager, I will fall upon me and he will be always torturing me. So that if we keep it to 70%, that birds will not fall upon us, we will be safe.
So that importance, that knowledge also will given by Krishna, whether you should show your expression 70%, 100%. So at particular time, particular place, what you have to do, how you have to do, that will be given by Krishna. So I told he says 10.10, right? 10.10, 1 second. Yeah, it says, anyone who is constantly engaged in devotional service to the Lord, Krishna, he gives the right intelligence, right? He gives the right intelligence and understanding what you have to do, what you have to take the decision, what you have to show to your boss at what time. That intelligence he gives you about what to do next, and this is called illumination, self-illumination. So you will get illumination on your own, and you will do the right decision. You will take the right decision. Yeah. So it is everything. You have to start employing Bhagavad Gita in your day-to-day life. You will get everything in that. So 10.10, you go home and read 10.10 and 10.11. It gives you clearly what Krishna wants to say about what you should do. Yeah, which will make you more perfect and happy. Yeah. चलो हरे कृष्ण. शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. गंधर्व गिरिवारी श्रीवन महाप्रभु की जय. चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय. हरे कृष्ण. All the devotees की जय. हरे कृष्ण.